Yeah? Yeah. Welcome to Binge Buddies. Your host always Bryan Dressel with me as always. I didn't say fork the forking forkers. I'm gonna start this whole fucking. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I like the question mark high.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't ask if everyone was ready, but I usually do. But did I? I honestly don't know. Like, I got lost inside my computer.
Again, reasons why I want to party in your brain, Brian.
It's very
did nobody call 911 last week? Like
I said, I had a stroke.
Exactly. Did nobody call 911? Like, if we
still
This
here,
goes
dog.
to show you
Brian.
your death will be live streamed.
Viewership is up.
The comment section's exploded. Dude looks fucked up.
I can't.
All right, somewhere in there was an intro. Me, your host, always Bryan Dressel. Me, as always, Matt Zombie Dog. Why the fuck do I keep navigating away from the tab?
By the fork.
Our best episode ever. Ludwig van Beethoven Dykes.
How does he get Mozart and Beethoven?
He's a
This
musical
is
guy.
some
No.
Well, sure.
It's a regional thing.
Yeah.
Is it because he is from Europe? Like, is that why you're basing this?
He's just lucky, man. I can't help you. Don't worry.
I mean, if you ask 52% of the UK, though, you know, the UK is not in Europe now because Brexit means Brexit, damn it.
Ah, of course.
How's that working out?
Oh, it's about as well as you can expect.
So poorly.
Yes.
Got
yes,
it. Okay,
yes,
great.
yes, yes.
Well, it depends on what your income scale is, really.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
That's
Who's
annoying.
the next person?
So a
Joel.
bottle of olive oil is £14 at the moment.
I was gonna give him somebody, but now I got to change who he is. I'm gonna give the other one to Ryan, but we're gonna go Joel Plato Dewitte.
I can't wait to hear who I am.
Well, because Joel's talking about money, so I got to give him the mathematician. Then, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I got nothing. Okay.
Plato, the famous guy who invented the plate.
Yeah, that guy.
My mind was going to Play-Doh, and
Is
much less
is it because
altruistic
you're moldable?
Yeah. Well, we also got Ryan Aristotle Lootens.
Now wait. So I learn under Joel?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We are really killing this thing.
Yeah, you guys did not do a lot with Aristotle and Plato, but that's okay because they're the last of the. Oh no, they're not. No, there's some really fucking obscure people on here too.
It's
I
been
don't
too
remember
long
who
since
that
I've had.
is.
Who's this Adolf Hitler guy?
He's not on the list, thankfully.
It's Ranker. I'm surprised he wasn't number one.
I know. We do have Oscar Schindler, so we do have people who knew him on the list,
Yeah,
but not him. He's
Dinner
not
guests of his.
We also have William Wallace on the list.
William
Cool.
Wallace. Who's that?
He likes to
Braveheart.
He likes to shout for
Braveheart.
freedom.
Yeah.
Never happened.
He never shouted for freedom. Movies lied to me.
He also
remember
didn't
that
have an
whole thing?
Australian
Remember
accent.
that whole
as
thing we
well.
talked about in history? If that movie was real, Catherine of Aragon or whoever that chick was from France would have been 13.
Did
and
he
was
really?
then old. Yes.
Did he really shake his dick at the opposing team though? Because that was
That's
pretty
okay.
cool.
Yeah,
That was like
That's
one
a
of the-
Scottish thing.
That's-
They still do that now.
I haven't watched Braveheart in a long time. I need to go back to Braveheart. That was a good movie.
I don't even
The
think she was
Scottish
13.
hello.
I think she was like 5. I don't know. I just know she was super young.
So if you watch the World Cup, like that's how the Scottish people like come onto the pitch. They're just flapping them around.
Sorry, man. I watch real football.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, you mean the game called football that you don't actually use your foot in?
I'm just kidding. I don't watch
Well, if
football.
you're a kicker, you do. There's a whole position dedicated.
I
to it.
don't give two shirts about any kind of sport, really. So
Speaking of which, I got the Iowa basketball game in about an hour and a half. So let's move this
So
along.
let's talk about some good plays because we got to get Ryan the Iowa basketball game. Let's make sure he doesn't miss his Iowa basketball game.
That's probably
Hey,
the most Midwest thing that was
Hey,
said on the
what, man?
podcast so far.
Yeah, we'd hate for you to miss that. So let's get started. So
Iowa
today
was all about baseball, Field of Dreams, and all that.
Hey, they do have the cup.
they don't even have a fucking professional baseball team in Iowa. I don't know what the deal with Iowans and baseball is. It doesn't make sense. I was born in Iowa. I can talk trash about that shitty fucking state. Sorry, shirty forking state.
I find it funnier that you can't remember to use good place lingo for curse words.
That's my thing too. That's why I'm laughing.
I'll get it at some point. I'll just keep repeating all my curse words twice. Far more likely. All right.
What
So
we should just do is like edit over it in post. Like every time you do it, just have a very unemotional recording going for King.
no, I'd like to just like pull out sound bites of the actual cast saying it in the show and just swap it out with them doing it. I think that'd be better. But that'd be a lot of effort, and I'm not going to put that much effort in. So just imagine that I did that when you listen and laugh like it happened. Here we go. Starting with episode 9. Someone like me as a member. I assume everyone remembers the beginning of that quote. Yes, great. Okay, so
Wait, what?
never want to be part of a club that would have someone like me as a member.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
There. So no, you didn't. Okay, great.
I was thinking it was from something else. I was like, is this like a song that they're referencing
No.
or something?
No. But here we are. We have 2 Eleanors and only space for one. One is a clearly good person. One is an Arizona trash bag. This is where this show for me, when I was watching it the first time, really started clicking. I had been enjoying it for the most part. I'd skipped an episode here or there and like watched 2 back to back when they got there. And then episode 9 hit and I'm like, ooh, I'm in. And it's mostly because of Adam Scott and the actress whose name I can never remember who plays the other Eleanor. I love them. I think they are hysterical. I love how just annoyingly good of a person real Eleanor is, and poor fake Eleanor just has to deal with it. And how everyone immediately starts calling her fake Eleanor.
Yeah.
Don't miss a beat.
What I love as well is like when Eleanor's trying to defend why she is the way she is, and then like real Eleanor comes in and is like, oh yeah, I totally understand that. Like, I never knew my birth parents, and just,
My
like, goes into-
adoptive parents died when I.
I just love Eleanor just trying to. Can we just stop? Can you just point at the person and just,
Yeah.
instead of saying bad Eleanor?
But no, we have to keep hitting up with fake Eleanor, and they don't let that up ever. And it's great. Like she just gives me, it's just me, man. Can you just call me Eleanor? Sorry. And then you also get the added bonus of this real Eleanor and Chidi finally getting to meet his actual soulmate, and they hit it off immediately. And poor Eleanor just has to watch it happen.
Of course they do, though. She's literally his soulmate.
And so it makes a little more sense. But is she actually his soulmate? We find out next week. Maybe not.
Well,
It
they
might not
just
next
have,
week.
you just have to pick up from like different yogurts and stuff like that. And there's like a yogurt that might make you upset.
You don't want an upset stomach. That'd be bad.
Y-
But that's for
what I liked about the real Fate Eleanor dynamic is that you never see. I hate using Fate Eleanor. OG Eleanor. How about that?
sure. Yeah.
What I liked about their dynamic is that she never seems like resentful or upset. It's always just like okay, you're such a real, genuinely a nice person, and I can't be mad at you.
But you get
yeah.
that like she kind of wants to be mad at her, even though she knows she won't be.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but it's like the Tahani thing, except you can tell there's genuine goodness.
Yeah.
in the real Eleanor.
I mean, that's the thing with the real Eleanor as well. Like she's literally being tortured because of this mix-up, because of this other Eleanor, essentially.
Who just
And
got done
she's-
being tortured.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's still like, oh, it's okay. These things happen. Like she's just so like super nice to her. Like if that was me, I'd be like, motherfucker, I've been getting tortured because of you.
Oh yeah, but
Yep.
she's just super, and like even like, are you hungry? Oh yeah, I'll just take whatever you have that doesn't turn to spiders in your mouth. Like just,
Yeah.
just very casual.
I hate spiders.
Oh no, we actually have good food here. Like it's like she's such a good person. You're just like, get the fork out of here. But also, this is where you're supposed to be.
You just to go off that when you're saying when she's saying all the things that are torturing Eleanor, and it's clearly affecting fake Eleanor. She's like, "Oh God, I hate spiders." It's
yeah,
it's so good the way that works out. But then when she goes into the house and she sees all the clown, she's like, "Oh my God, I love these." It just works so good.
Well, then
Especially
you have
with, like the stair coming up
The
and down.
stairs.
yeah.
Yep.
The
Stairs
stairs are
is
so.
great.
Great. But then you also have Adam Scott with the shirt. We had the same clown picture
Yeah.
to torture
Yeah.
you.
It's so good. Like just the dynamics of this episode alone, just, it's so double-ended. Like, you get so many, situational things that you're like, it's so funny.
Well, you also get what for me is like the kind of sneaky highlight of this episode of we start getting Jason and Janet together. And
Yeah.
I love them hanging out. I love them spending any time together. By the end of the next episode, they're forking married. Like they're just so funny together because you have his very legit moronic innocence compared with Janet. I'm relearning the entire world so she can understand his knowledge void. She gets where he's coming from, and that makes her able to relate with him, even though she's way smarter than everything that's ever been alive. She can now understand Jason at Jason's level, and it makes them start
100%.
hitting it off.
I think I'm
so-
going to really appreciate her character as time goes on, because what I feel like is going to happen is that she's going to stop being this automaton and more like a developing human that just so happens to have this kind of knowledge.
Well,
I don't
and
want to
she's-
say you're dead on because I don't like spoiling things, but you're dead on. I'm sorry I spoiled things.
But you get that because, like, just looking at her episode with last episode to this episode, like, her development is just so nuanced, because it's one of those things where she just producing cactuses to
Yep.
where she's carrying on conversations with Jason, and it's you see and you understand, like, this is a character that's not going to know it all anymore, and it's going to develop with the rest of the characters, which makes it much more intriguing.
But also, we never really saw her have conversations
No.
before she got murdered. And now she's sitting down and talking to Jason about feelings, about like, you're nice to me.
And that's
before
that's
she
one
got
thing that
murdered, she was
I love
basically
about
just
this character too.
Wikipedia.
Right, because she's evolving, and when you look at her before, you're like, how did she get all this information? But now you're kind of understanding is it's not necessarily because it's all like downloaded to her. What if it's through these interactions?
Yeah.
That's
And
something that I'm looking forward to explore.
Oh, yeah. And then especially pairing her up with Jason of all people just makes it
Yeah.
that much better. Because like if you made her like best friends with like say Tahani or even like Eleanor, it'd be like there'd be a lot of good comedy and stuff you could mine there, but it wouldn't feel as like authentic. And like you pair her with Jason, and Jason who's just everything is on his sleeve. The guy's hiding absolutely nothing. You see what you get. Like
Yep.
that's it. But pairing that with somebody who then has the exact opposite is just an endless ocean of whatever. You pair them together, and it's like that is like the best of opposites attracting I can possibly think of for this show. The smartest thing ever with the dumbest thing ever, and they make it work. And it's like, it's
Well, and the fact, like, the
adorable.
dumbest thing might help her learn.
Yeah,
So
yeah, just some really great stuff. But in that moment of he gives her a hug, and she's like, "Why would you do that?" And he's like, You were nice to me." Like it just comes from a very sincere place, and the show that is like the sincerity is definitely there, but it's also got that very sarcastic edge to it. Like those moments of sweetness are like, oh, when they land, they really land. And this one for Jason and Janet, I think, did, and it only gets better as it all goes on to the point where
It's one of those things as well. Like Janet would learn more. I think not necessarily emotional intelligence from Jason, because I don't think he's emotionally intelligent, but more of like the caring side a bit more, because I think that he's dumb and everything like that, but he, like you said, he hugs her.
There's a compassion to it.
Yeah, I think I don't think I don't think he's got like a bad bone in his body. I think he's just a moron.
Yeah.
He always means well with whatever he does.
I mean, other than the crime, he did do a lot of crime.
True, but he did crime against.
He did crime because he was an idiot and couldn't make money. So like,
yeah,
it's not defensible, but it's also not like he wasn't out like murdering people.
Yeah, it's all petty stuff. It's like
Yeah.
petty crime.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we'd be buds, but at the same time, he doesn't deserve the death penalty. Like he's not the worst, but he's also not a great dude. But he didn't. Yeah, I see what you mean. He never meant like ill harm. He just,
It's just
Harm
typical
people.
Florida man.
he's a Florida guy. Like, I'm never trying to break it down. He's from Florida. He's the best he can be being from Florida. I don't want to spoil a joke coming up later. I know we haven't met him yet, but I love Sean. I'm excited for us all to meet Sean. we heard about him in the next episode, so he's coming. It's great.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah, I know it's tough. It's really tough because Sean has some really good stuff. Sean stays throughout the majority of the show once you meet him, just in various different ways. I don't want to spoil things. Moving back onto this thing. So we're nearly at the end of this thing, but we got to talk, or before we jump into episode 10, we didn't really talk about any of Eleanor's flashback stuff in this one. There's some really good Eleanor stuff in this one.
I love this.
This is a very good Eleanor episode, and we didn't really talk too much about that, but like,
just the stuff with her in high school.
Yeah.
Was so good. She's got this class secretary coming to talk to her. She blows her off in a huge way. You've got this popular girl comes up and she blows her off. She stands up, she makes her stand, and as she's leaving, a guy comes up and goes, "I really like what you did." She goes, "Shut up," and walks off.
I love how you showed those posers. Get out of here.
Yeah. Just so good. And it's so Eleanor too. That's what's so good. It's like it's so believable. Like we get the snapshot of Eleanor in these 8, and that's what makes that flashback so realistic, because we've seen her with her friends, but we know that is definitely her too.
Oh,
so I thought it was really
and she's worse because she's a teenager, and all teenagers are terrible.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
yeah.
But she never really
Totally
stopped
makes sense.
being terrible, which is kind of unfortunate. Most of us stopped. Kinda. I said kinda.
Check's watch.
I liked it
Right.
better even when she gets to the actually work stuff too, before they repeat the whole call center thing.
Yes.
She's at this internship
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like the best company culture, and
It's like a Google type company where everyone's just like,
compensation. All right.
bags and
And just like you guys hang out like all the time. Oh, we hang out because we're friends. Yeah, that's weird.
We're gonna let you go. All right, compensation.
Yeah, nice.
what she said.
it was like unemployment, or
unemployment.
she used the word
Severance.
unemployment.
Severance.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Severance. All right. Yeah, she's the worst in the best way possible.
Yes.
Speaking of some of the worst in the best way possible, while all this is going on, we have poor Tahani and Michael trying to put on a party for the folks from the bad place.
Nobody better take my line. I swear to God.
Tahani wants none of it though. Like it's
No.
all Michael trying to be accommodating.
He's trying so hard, and he puts up karaoke, and karaoke in the good place, or I'm probably guessing the bad place is where this is most likely done, is just famous speeches by horrible people.
The Nixon tapes.
The Nixon tapes.
Nixon tapes.
And you just have her up there mouthing along to the Nixon tapes, and then like I love that they're like debating, should we do the Mel Gibson drunk stop? Like, oh, that's a great one.
The Nixon tapes one is just so funny. Is like it's insane to believe that that's actually stuff that was said as well, and you're just like, wow. And it's like, but then like the way that they're performing it as well, like the woman like from the bad place, where she's like leaning on like properly into it, like the thing about the Jewish American thing or something, and like her head's bobbling around and stuff like that. It's just
so into it. Oh my god, yeah, that is some amazing stuff. But as the episode kind of winds down to a close, we finally get Michael standing up for himself, telling that is this when they're going to do the negotiation? And Michael's like, you get nothing. It's like, oh, look at him
That's
standing up for himself.
right towards the end, I
backbone.
think.
Yeah, that's right towards the end.
It's real nice.
Yeah.
Because the very end is Tahani finally finding out Jason, and it's just the best. Because it's like, she's like, when she starts listing all the stuff that he did to screw up, it's like, I can't believe he made it this long. She's like, you left junk food all over my house. The party last night, you knew how to tap a keg. And it's like, a smarter person than Jason, which is basically everyone, could have been like, well, I've been learning to do this stuff. I wanted to learn how to live as a monk, and I wasn't able to do any of this. And I've been living life now that I'm in the afterlife. He could have tried to lie his way out of it, but no, that's not Jason.
That gives him too much credit.
That is definitely not
yeah.
Jason. As to the point, I don't want to take anyone's quote, but it's going to be mine when we get there. God damn it. Because we did a whole forking podcast on this. The beginning of the next episode is Jason trying to let Tahani get to know him by listing out his favorite Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I love how she has no idea. Like, clearly he just started listing like basically saying like 5 is number 1, blah blah blah, all that sort of
You're
stuff.
like, what is he
with no
listing? And then he
context.
says
She's
it,
like,
and then-
what are you talking about?
I'm ranking.
Oh,
the
he
Fast
pulls
and
out the
Furious.
impressionist painting.
Who even knows who those ladies are?
I love the thing about Ariana Grande as well, though. It's
Oh
You
man.
wanted to be related to a woman you want
You
to
wanna
have
have
sex with.
sex with.
Tahani's world is just crashing down
Oh,
around her.
good.
Oh, she's so upset. But like, you also kind of like, this was coming. Like, and I'm very
Yeah.
happy that it's here now.
The way
And
it
this-
came was perfect. The way that she found out and how everything transpired after was the buildup this show was going for.
Yeah.
You know, it because Eleanor is out and Jason was not with Tahani, so everything that and how it just kind of crumbled. Like I was laughing nonstop, and it was
Oh, yeah.
perfect. The buildup was great.
And it's kind of throwing back to what Joel mentioned last week's episode of this was something they could have dragged out for
But they
a
didn't.
long time, and they cash in their chips. Like they're like, nope, we've gotten everything we can dynamite out of this. We're moving on to the next thing, which is something the show does tremendously throughout its entire run. It
Then
never
it leads on to like one of the best fucking sequences in the whole episode of
Porky
Ben.
seasons. I got one.
Don't you start. Because I'll say cunt again, and you have to bleep it out.
Oh my god. Annoying to bleep things.
No, but it leads to one of like the best scenes of like then Jason and Janet getting married. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's the way that happens as well. Like they're just having the conversation and just runs in going, "I'm getting married," or we're
just-
getting something like that.
Did I just cut out again? My speaker.
Yeah,
You're
just
back.
cut out then.
It was a snidbit.
I need to get a new mic. This thing's getting real touchy. Here, before we get to the wedding though, because there are some stuff that I think we need to get into, which we get some Jason flashback stuff, which I'm a big fan of. We get Jason's, I'm on TV. What's up, Carson Daly?
This is my greatest accomplishment.
I'm not Carson Daly. I'm on TV.
This is a weather report.
You're in
Just reliving my
danger.
great-
Go inside.
I'm just reliving my greatest accomplishment.
Oh, I love that stuff.
the-
I just love Jason.
This is the episode. Is this the episode where they've got the double date?
That was 8 or that was 9.
That
was
was
a nine,
that was the
yeah.
last
Oh,
episode.
The
okay.
wedding
of
is
the
in
double
10,
date.
and that's
Yeah.
also the
Yeah,
TV
okay.
episode, which I
Okay.
really enjoyed. But yes, the dinner, that was so good.
That was fantastic. The episode that we're in for episode 10 is the Cheaty nonstop love train confession.
Let me talk.
Go for it.
So I love this episode because you have Cheaty as this moral compass the entire show, and this episode you see his cracks. And when I say you see his crack, they are Grand Canyon level cracks. And to actually see him in when they do his flashbacks and seeing like he's a very morally sound person, but that leads to him having moral conundrums about the most simplest task, whether using a regular pencil or a marker. And my god, everything about Cheaty in this episode was perfect.
Oh yeah.
I love how
Perfect.
frustrated Michael
Yes.
gets with
Yes.
Cheaty as well. Like this supreme being of like, like very good friend, and he's just had enough of like Cheaty's shirt. Like,
But but what I
you know
really
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
mean his actual shirt. Like,
I'm just gonna wrap this up because like I love how it boils down to his death. Because everything that we see in the afterlife or in the good place is the same thing that's happening when he's alive, and it's his moral conundrums to figure out the decision. And I love the situation of his death. Can I spoil it? Can I be the
Yeah, go.
So
Yeah.
he was chosen to be a best man for his friend's wedding, which I'm not going to talk about you guys can talk about the dodgeball game, but he's sitting here and he's so upset he doesn't know what to do, and he bangs on the air conditioning thing, and his buddy goes, "Yeah, I'm getting married in a month. This just proves my point." And so they go outside. He goes, "Let's go get a beer." And they go outside, and he goes, "I don't know where to go get a beer." And then the air conditioning falls on him. I just thought perfection in writing. I don't know.
Well,
This
it's the joke of that is that they've been standing there for half an hour as
Right.
well, like whilst he tries to decide like where to get
Yes.
a beer, and
Had
then
he just
because,
gone to get a drink, he'd be
guy.
alive.
He would have lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but because he was standing there for half an hour, the air conditioner fell out and landed on his head.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful character flaw, and it worked. It's why it worked so well between him and
Yes.
Eleanor, because she is id. She does things without thinking, really, and then he is so in his head
Overthinks.
that he needs to think and think and think before making a decision, and that's what paralyzes him.
He
It goes back
overthinks
to
his
like the boat.
overthinking.
It's like the boat at the lake thing where he talks about like,
Yeah.
I just want to sit on a boat in the lake and read a book, and then he finally makes a choice and realizes that wasn't really the choice he wants. So
This
it's
was a
almost like
theoretical
he's gun
fantasy.
shy to, yeah.
I just have to say this because like so my line is not like funny, but it's just in the writing and how very like they slipped it in. But I'll talk about that when we talk about lines. But there is a funny line when it comes to Chidi's character when they're doing the recess thing and he's trying to pick it. Oh, do I choose a woman to show feminism and this like that?
Yeah.
And then his best friend goes, recess is over. His best friend goes, congratulations, you have filibustered recess.
Oh, that's
It's so well. This episode is just so well written. Is just why I like it so much because it's character focused and it really draws out the flaw, as Joel said, and it does it in such a great way.
But what's great about it is that while being very character focused and being all about Chidi, like they make sure every like major story point in this episode is about Chidi, you don't lose anyone else.
No,
Like
No.
the balancing act is insanely well done because you have the scene with like Michael and the yogurts and like the fake Eleanor is your real soulmate. What did you feel? Well, let me think about that. No, like,
don't think.
like you
I
get
like
all
how
that-
Michael was always like, and this third unknown person who, for the sake of this, we'll just call her Mango Strawberry Swill.
There's no fat.
No.
I think there's no fat in these last couple episodes, and you couldn't cut things out without feeling like something was missing.
They're so tightly written as well. Like, there's so much that goes on in these episodes. Like, you forget again, like, you're looking at like the structure of these episodes. If you were to just describe, like, what happens in these episodes, you take as long to describe what happens in this episode as you would to like an episode of another series. It's like 45 minutes long, an hour long episode,
but
because
it
there's
never
just
feels-
so much.
but it never feels rushed. Like it never
No.
feels like why do they just waste so much time on, like they could have gotten 4 episodes out of this. Like no, this feels like perfectly balanced.
Yeah,
which is-
because
which
it's
is
the
insane.
pacing is just spot on. Because like
Yeah.
you don't.
And there's a
The
payoff.
only thing that's a problem is like when you're trying to write notes on the episode, it's like, wait,
I have to
need
pause it
and
a
go
lot.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
Yeah,
But
and
like
I love it because it's like you're really developing a character. You're really bringing them out, even though you think you know the character, but you're just getting more. But even then, there's a payout because the payout is his death. You didn't think that you were ever going to see. We've never really seen how someone dies. He is the first one that we see, and I
yeah,
thought
that's true actually.
Yeah, because and it works because it really does something to his character. Like his death is really integral into how he died.
Yeah, I mean, it's like his personality, his obsessiveness over everything. It, like it leads to his death as well, essentially. And it's like we've heard about how some characters have died.
We don't see it,
but yeah, and this is the first one we actually see, and actually it's quite horrific. Like the way they shoot it is, it's like the way it lands on his head. It's like there's something slightly comedic about it, but there's also something really kind of like. Well, that's
His
actually
body
quite
goes
violent.
rigid.
That's
He
quite,
thuds and
you don't see
crumples in a way
blood.
that's a little too
Yeah.
uncomfortably real.
It
Yeah.
hits
Yeah,
him and,
like
he just goes like this, and it's like, oh god, he's instantly dead.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like Friday the 13th where like it hits his head and his head explodes, but it's
No.
there's something really kind of visceral about that impact and the way that it just like Joe said, it just crumples down.
Yeah.
That it feels like that.
I don't
It
even think he
feels
crumpled.
very, very violent.
He was rigid, like he was just like,
Mhm.
What's
Gone
funny
with
Well,
the-
Yeah.
it's just kind of goes, and then it's just like it feels
Yeah.
very almost like realistic of like what would happen if an air
Horrific.
conditioner landed on your
Yeah.
head.
horrific.
yeah, I don't want to think about it.
No, but I'd
Um,
rather not test it out either.
Yeah,
of
let's
course.
not.
I was just going to suggest that we test it out.
Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Jackass.
I
This
mean,
is air conditioner to head.
Matt is the one most likely to not have central air. So you let us know how that goes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have central air. I have an air conditioner right here. I'm touching it. There it was.
I mean, I don't
Okay,
have
Brian,
an
For
air
let us
those
know
of you
how it
conditioner.
that
goes.
don't have video, he did in fact touch something.
I did. It happened. All right, but we
don't
talked a lot
have
about
air
cheating.
conditioning is not a thing in this country. Like we have air conditioning. It's called open a window. It's cold enough.
Ooh, burn!
That sounds hot and uncomfortable.
Nope.
Let's keep moving on this.
It's literally raining right now.
Well, you're in England. It's always raining. I expect it to be raining.
The wedding.
Wedding. Well, not just wedding. We haven't even gotten through, or have we gotten through everything else? Looking at my notes. Yeah, we're basically at the wedding.
There's Eleanor and Tahani.
Yeah,
try
that's
to bond
what.
as
Yeah,
well.
we
Oh,
gotta
the
get
love triangle.
yeah, we gotta get through the love confessions because
Yes.
that's some good
But
stuff.
that's good.
It's not even just a love triangle. Eleanor thinks for 2 seconds she's in love with Jason. Like she even goes through that train. This is the very loving episode. We also get where I want to start with this. Right before the wedding, we get Jason confessing his love to Janet, and it's one of the best I love yous ever. I love you. Okay.
This episode is like a love dodecahedron. There's just so much love.
Define dodecahedron.
Yeah, what
I
was
can't
that?
even say it.
Dodecahedron?
Dodecahedron. It's an actual
yeah.
shape.
It's a thing.
What? Do my best, Cheaty. What?
It's a dodecahedron.
Oh, you just keep saying it. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. let
I'm
me
getting it the
Google it.
third time you've said it. So apparently I failed.
How many
geometry.
sides is a dodecahedron?
It is. There's 30 edges on it.
That's too many.
12 faces, 20
Well,
vertices.
We're
I
looking.
I
this
feel
up
like
right
I'm okay losing that knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't need that one.
Well, I'm sending it to you in the chat.
Well, I'm Ryan's holding up a picture of one.
That
okay.
would be a crazy die.
That would be a crazy day.
now.
So we have
There you go.
Jason who's confessed his love to Janet. At the same time, we now have Eleanor who's going to step up, confess her love to Chidi. 2 seconds after that, Tahani comes in to confess her love for Chidi, and everything's getting real
To
for
which Eleanor goes, "Hers was better. Can I have a redo?"
Yeah.
Which actually, I gotta say, I liked Eleanor's more. If
I
I
do too.
if I was cheating the situation, Eleanor would have won just right there,
Mm.
because it felt more sincere. Tahani's felt like she was trying to quote a movie.
Let's be honest though, like nobody's winning when they declare their love to Chidi if more than
No.
one person does it, because they immediately is just gonna have a meltdown.
Oh yeah, and he does.
Like he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I love Tahani trying to figure out how. Wait, you just did this too? All right, well then Chidi's gonna have to pick, and then the loser, and she just gestures to Eleanor, and the look on Eleanor's face. You're like, what the fork?
You can just see Chidi like losing his mind.
Oh yeah, no, he's going completely insane.
And that's why he runs off and goes into the boat, right?
Is it?
Is it?
Judging
is
by
it?
all three of our expressions, I'm gonna say no.
I
No.
guess these episodes go so
'Cause
quick. I
it's
just watched
yeah.
this last night, and I'm still having like, ay.
I am
And
getting,
I
I
can't
am
split
getting
the
mixed
boat.
up because like, he says something. Oh, I'm gonna go, and you will not see me for several days.
Yeah,
and then he
that's
just leaves. Yeah,
Yeah.
The boat's something else then.
That was something else. Yeah, but I do like that. There's just
Oh, the
Eleanor,
boat was
you
on one of
can't-
the episodes I wasn't on. 'Cause
That's
I
right,
watched
that's right.
I watched the episodes to like the run up to like, and then watch these episodes.
Well, you got a lot of good plays to watch then.
I did.
Yeah,
Like,
After it was 40 episodes after this, 40 more.
Yeah.
episodes.
It was a good place to start.
Aha!
I can do better. I can do better.
You can do better.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
No.
We need to end the show right now.
Oh, so mean.
Or are we
Everyone's
rubbing
so
up
mean
against
today.
your Iowa sports, Ryan?
No, you're getting too close
No,
to Iowa.
go clap. We got time.
It's the Iowa Cup. God damn it.
No.
That's Iowa ball.
Uh,
I do have a note in here that I just want to throw out there. I love Chidi's backstory episodes, but I could never be friends with him. I would have gone insane. Like he would have driven
Oh,
me.
absolutely. Like,
And
no.
I love Chidi. But One of my favorite moments in this is as we have all these love confessions, Tahani starts like piecing together, like maybe we just flopped. Maybe you're supposed to be with Jason. And Eleanor starts thinking about it, like, oh, maybe I am supposed to. He's a dumb hottie, definitely my type. Starts going through everything. Maybe it is. I'm supposed to be here with Jason. Janet shows up. Hi, I'm getting married to Jason. Disappears. Just that
Perfect
timing
timing.
is so good.
Yep.
And then
And that's the thing as well. She's like the logic that she comes to. It makes sense. Like the way she like sounds it all out. It's like, we come in pairs. Maybe that's why Jason's here.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. It's like, but then it's immediately just like, hello, me and Jason are getting married in 15 minutes. Hi.
And
I love it when he tears off his sleeves. That was
the
Yeah.
sleeve rip is so good. But I don't want to lose sight of the fact that they only invited Tahani and Eleanor.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't invite anybody.
Michael. Not even Michael.
Not even Michael. They just invited those two.
Well, I guess it works out because Michael doesn't know that he can talk. It's really only
Yeah.
Tahani and Eleanor that know.
I guess that's fair.
And
But they
Michael's
could've
very busy at the moment. He's
Yeah.
having to deal with Chidi not deciding whether to use a pen or a pencil.
That's so good.
And it makes sense. Like I don't think Jason would have pieced that together, but Janet probably would have. Like
Yeah.
she knew who to invite. She knows everything. So it kind of, most of everything.
Does she? She's still rebooting.
Like I said, most of everything. She knows more than me. I guess that's not much of a compliment, but you get what I'm saying.
I'm gonna hold my thoughts there for a minute as a person who wants to party in your brain.
It's very. Have you ever seen a Lego movie? You know when they go into Emmett's brain?
Yep.
I'm just thinking of like those old adverts, like this is your brain on drugs, and just smashes an egg or something. This is your brain. This is Brian's brain.
Smash. Yeah, pretty much. I do love. They even go through the slight formalities of she can marry them because she's Janet, but she's also involved in the wedding. But whatever. And then like, does anyone?
I loved when they.
When they
object,
oppose
like,
this union,
overruled.
Of course we do. Yes. Like, why would overruled? Just some great stuff. And then Chidi shows up at the end, and just catching up to speed Chidi is just fantastic. And then this happened. I got to be honest. I think I was just really like, I was infatuated with you because you helped me. So I'm not really in love with you. Not like Jason and Janet. What? Oh yeah. Pure
Do
love
you think she had made a choice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's what my sense was too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he made a choice, and then it just blew up in his face. And my guess is Eleanor, but I could be wrong.
I think that's the whole point of the episode.
Which
Is
Eleanor?
the
Yeah.
fact that
Yeah, I was just about to say that was a very tricky way to answer.
Yeah,
Which
because
Eleanor?
Real
the
or
fact that-
fake Eleanor?
Fake Eleanor or real Eleanor?
I would go with fake Eleanor.
Yeah.
I'm going with
Okay.
fake Eleanor.
Okay.
I think that's where he
Like,
would go.
there's a
Yeah.
look on his face when she admits her love to him.
Yeah.
There's that sort of like, that pushes it more towards fake Eleanor.
Yeah, like he
But
seemed
then Tahani
disappointed
jumps in.
when there was
Mm.
clear disappointment when she's like, I don't actually love you. But then
Yeah.
that disappointment's met with a massive confusion of like, I definitely don't love you like Jason loves Janet. What? Just the end when they all leave and he's just in the room by himself and it cuts back to them and they're just like dancing over by their cake.
Yep.
What?
I love as well that we get the sort of like a callback to when Janet was earlier, like before they killed her. She was talking about like on her birthday, because she can't eat, she just like smushes cake around
Yeah.
her face.
Mhm.
And then we get that little callback with like,
The wedding
the
cake.
cake feeding
Yeah.
wedding
Yeah.
thing, and like just
Sorry.
smushes it around her face.
Oh, this is all just such great stuff. We're almost at the end of the first season. Like we're super close. We have what, 3 episodes left? I remember
I
it's 2
think
or
so.
3.
Yeah, there's 13 episodes
Yep.
in
Yep.
the first season. Yeah.
So in our next recording session, we will finish season 1 and start season 2. I don't want to spoil anything. It's very tough for me not to spoil things at this point because I know you guys know the big twist, but I'm not sure how much of the big twist you know. So it's taken a lot out of me for this first season to talk so cagey about what I know.
There's
is
a
fully going-
twist. I had no
Matt, you've
idea
already
there
watched
was
the
a
Porkin'
twist.
show. I know you're not there. But this is I love this season and it wraps up like a gem. So I'm very excited for you guys to see where it's going. I'm very excited for you to meet Sean and Mindy St. Clair. And yeah, the name of this show was almost Fun Times at Mindy St. Clair. So there is a character coming in the end of the season that we almost named this show after that you haven't met yet. And I'm excited for you to meet her. She loves Coke is all I'm going to give you. Big fan of Coke.
Oh, that just reminded me as well.
Oh,
like
yeah, the
bad
railing
place
time.
people-
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
where they're
Snorting
snorting
time.
The
We're-
concept of time. Yeah,
We're
that'll
snorting the
fuck you
concept
up.
of time. So
Yeah, it'll fuck you up.
That was one I almost chose as my favorite line, but there was another one that just kind of came out of left field. So
there was I almost had my head. Thought hangovers were off here. They turned them back on for the bad place. They liked them. So disappointed. All right, let's quotes. Yeah,
yeah,
I think we've done it. Yeah. I went last time. Who hasn't gone last before? Who hasn't gone twice in a row? Matt hasn't
I'll
been
go
in forever.
last.
So,
I went first last time. I'll go last.
but you've gone last before, haven't you?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, fine. Then I don't really feel like arguing that much about it. So you're gonna go last. I'll go first, I guess. My episode 9 quote. Let me scroll back to it. It comes from a flashback with Eleanor when her friend is asking her to go out and do fun stuff. She's getting ready to buy some tickets to go see a movie. She's like, "Hey, me and all our friends are gonna go see Spider-Man 2. Do you want to come?" And Eleanor goes, "They made a second Spider-Man? What's left to say?" Easily one of my favorites. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, there's so many. I've got so many quotes written down for this one. I think it's probably going to have to be, Michael, tell them to stop. Oh, I think I made it pretty clear that I don't approve. Hey, idiot, dance. You got it.
All right, Joel.
All right. Oh, this is tough. I'm with you, Matt. This is a very quotable episode.
That's just, I went for the one that I was like, that one. I did what Chidi couldn't.
You made a choice.
All right. So this is one that just came out of left field and threw me off. But how do you guys eat without watching hardcore porn? I'm
God
sorry,
damn
Ryan.
I should try that. I wonder if it's easier or harder to eat.
I'm just gonna throw out don't eat spaghetti. I don't know why, it just doesn't feel like the right choice. I haven't tried it. I could be wrong.
Or any kind of cream cake.
Oh,
Mm.
Ryan, what's your quote?
All right, it was the porn, but luckily I did have a backup, and it's the Elton John. Oh, I hate jazz. Every jazz song is like 40 minutes long. It's like, we get it. You can blow a trumpet. Wrap it up, Elton John.
Famously
And
a
then-
piano player.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chidi's response to that is brilliant. There's like famously a piano player. And because no one mentioned it, we cannot like talk about that episode and not have Michael just like going, "Get the fuck out of my neighborhood."
that was my alternate.
That
yeah.
was such a good it's such a good moment, like a turning point for him, because that's when he actually stands up to the bad place as well.
Oh, I'm going to throw out my other episode 9 quote just because we got so many of them, and I'll let Ryan do his next one for 10. Because how did no one pick this one? I didn't say it because I thought for sure someone was going to. I ate 50 of them in 2 minutes. Everyone at the hospital was so impressed.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's like, there's the thing about, when Michael's like, I mean, what do you get somebody who wants to eat a unicorn? Unicorn bib? Yes. No. Unicorn holders. Like corn holders, but for unicorns?
Imagine something stuck in the 2 ends of a unicorn. All right. I think we got enough 9. Ryan, what do you got for 10?
Okay, so like I said, this quote, it's not really funny. If I had to choose a funny line, it was, "Congratulations, you have filibustered recess."
Great one.
But there's that moment in the beginning when they're talking about Eleanor, and it's Michael and Chidi, and it's right before the whole pen and marker thing. And Chidi goes, "I'm sorry, choices are really hard for me when I'm under pressure." And Michael just then says, and it's just so good, he goes, "I know, buddy, but we're short on time here." Just the subtlety of that. We're short on, like, he's putting more pressure, and that's not good. So, and it's not really funny, but it definitely stuck with me. The simplicity of the writing to kind of squeak that in. He's like, "Oh, it's for Eleanor." Oh, you focus on the Eleanor, but you're also putting pressure on him, which is not good. So I thought it was great. That's
It's a good one.
It's a very good line, and like you said, it's very cleverly written as well.
Yes.
Because it's one of those things where if you're not really paying attention,
Yeah.
like you miss the sort of the
miss it, yeah.
subtleties in it.
Yeah.
But we're short on time.
Yeah.
Joel, what you got?
Oh, another quotable episode. We all thought Tragic Mite here was our soulmate.
That was gonna be my second one for this one. Or
Was
third,
this in the middle of the Magic
said.
Mike boom as well, or was that just like?
I
I
feel
think
like that's a pretty referenceable thing.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen the thing. I've only seen parodies, but yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's in the
Throwing out there.
Ether.
First movie's a good movie.
It is.
It's a solid movie.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Oh man, again, so many to choose from. Right, I'm gonna go with this. Don't even think about the fact that our slightest misstep could cause fake Eleanor to suffer for eternity. That's all I'm thinking about now. Yep, shouldn't have said that. Regretted it immediately.
Yep.
I have two, and I'm gonna do them both just because one of them's kind of a dig at Matt's entire country, so I have to leave that one in there.
I know which one you're saying.
But I'll go with my honest quote because no one else took it, and you guys absolutely should have. Number 5 is number 1. Number 7 is number 2. 3 and 4 are tied for 3. And what are you talking about? I'm ranking the Fast and Furious movies. You said you want to get to know me, and honestly, this is the best way to get to know me.
I mean, I have an issue with his ranking.
I do too.
a little bit.
7 is number
pretty
2.
high up.
Yeah.
4 is really high up, and 7 at number 2. Sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
We did a whole
5
podcast.
at number
on
1,
this.
I agree with though.
Yeah, he's right there. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak in one or two little lines here now that we've all done ours.
Yeah.
Oh, Ariana, we're really in it now.
Yep.
I
And,
do like the one from Michael as well. where he goes, listen, I don't need the cheater who once had a panic attack during rock, paper, scissors because they were, and I quote, just too many variables.
Send
my-
nude pics of your heart for me.
my one that I had that's a dig at Matt's entire country was when Eleanor and Tahani are watching the show that made Tahani feel better. And it's like, it ran for 16 years. They did nearly 30 episodes.
Yep. Yep. that
That's
sounds
really
right.
clever as well, because like if you have no idea about British TV, you don't understand that that's actually possible. as
Yeah.
well. Like, because
Uh-huh.
you like BBC will do like you lucky if you get 6 episodes a season, but then like it's not every year that a season comes out.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
very, very clever, is that? And another one I'll just throw in, like when she just hey, it's my 3 favorite yogurts.
That's a good one.
Oh man.
His lines are always really subtle, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's not a big boom of a joke, but it's just it sneaks in there.
Chidi is great. Like Chidi is the actor from this show that I'm like, why are you not everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
Agreed.
don't think I've seen him in anything else, and it's really
Quantumania is-
Quantumania.
Quantumania is the only one I can think of, and he's wasted in that movie. Like everything in that movie is wasted, including everyone's time involved.
not seeing it. Don't care to.
You're not missing much.
You're
No.
literally
Really
missing
not.
nothing. You're missing
Yeah.
nothing. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a trap.
I like the big head guy. That was kind of fun.
I did like the big head guy. That was dumb and fun. All right. I'll give you that much. The rest of that movie sucked. Whatever. We've done it. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's do a quick round of plugs. Mine will be better than last week. At least I'm going to think so. For this show and every other show on the ATH network, check out athpod.com. I almost still screwed it up. I can't talk during plugs. This show, I was going to say Binge Buddies. Nope, that's this one. Demon Days. There's other ones. After the Hype. that's
Damage
one.
boost after the high.
Damage Boost has been our hiatus for a while, so I don't want to put pressure.
Fair-
I don't want to do
point.
what Michael did to Chidi and be like, but we're short on time. I want Brock to come back when Brock is ready to come back.
That's fair. I'm just used to like, your old kind of rhythm of it was like, Demon Days, Damage Boost.
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
true. And yeah, but now Damage Boost isn't doing stuff, and After the Hype is. So just check out our stuff. We got fun stuff. I really like our After the Hype show right now. It's a lot of just catching up on stuff that you missed. It's been a lot of, and each episode has just been an absolute blast to record. So people should check out After the Hype, and that's on
Tokyo
YouTube.
Vice Tokyo Vice is finished as well, so next time I'm on, I can talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to talk about Persona 3 like I thought because the game takes forever and I don't have as much time. So I'm still thinking what I'm gonna do for the next one, but I'll get something. Joel, what you plugging?
Afterthoughts Podcast, Book Club with Telly. It's fun. I forgot Super GG Radio last week, which is a video game podcast. You should also consider watching that.
And Ryan?
You can catch me on the Front Row Network where I break down movies, anything that's new. And then, of course, you can catch me on Front Row Flashbacks. Still on a hiatus. We might be coming out of it soon. That's it.
Cool. Thank you everyone for listening. Be sure to tune in next week when we finish up. Well, no, we don't finish up. And then the week after that, we'll finish up. Next week, we just do 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
Week after that, we'll finish up season 1. We're getting close.
When we next record, we'll finish it up. But
yeah, but you won't hear that. So until the week after. But it's coming. All right, bye.